Our first guest, Bob Stein, has been called one of the pioneers of electronic publishing. He founded the Voyager company in the mid-'80s, which put out a steady stream of great CD-ROMs, including Art Spiegelman's Mouse, Laurie Anderson's Puppet Motel, The Residents, and other award-winning discs. Since then, Bob started the Night Kitchen and developed the groundbreaking media authoring tool TK3. Are you with us, Bob? Bob? Oh shit, Bob? I think you want to follow me up to the edge? Oh, this is great. Off to a good start. The guest may no longer be with us, but... Bob, are you alright down there?
I certainly am.
Oh, you're still moving.
I am a survivor.
We knew that. We didn't know you'd be demonstrating it so vividly. I guess that entrance didn't really work the way we imagined.
So I didn't even break it. I'm still driving it.
I'll drive from here, maybe. Well, here we are. Kind of like spring break here.
This is fabulous.
Except that it gets a little crazy with the other gamers dropping in. You don't ever really know who's going to join the game.
You know, as usual with movies, you know, it's the sound effects are in some ways more important than the visuals for giving you a sense of place and where you are.
I don't think they know we're with the film crew. Open up! Make it quick, please. It's kind of dangerous out here. Any time now would be good.
For you, does this follow an evolutionary path from movies or from, you know, games or Monopoly? You know, I mean, it has nothing to do with games, you know. It's not like bridge.
Games are supposed to be fun, right? Sometimes it's a struggle just to survive here. I mean, honestly, it gets a little stressful.
You're walking a little bit too fast for me.
Come over here for, you know, the photo op on the terrace. Oh, we need our space here, though.
The sense of personal space is still quite apparent, even though it's completely virtual.
It was a little uncomfortable somehow.
What this really reminds me, of course, is Snow Crash. You know, I absolutely can see myself calling my daughter in London and saying, you know, let's go for a walk together.
You mean in an online game?
Right. Where we're actually seeing things that are interesting to us.
One difficulty with trying to transform these places into communal space is just the number of weapons around. They're hard to avoid, really.
Was that plane flying over in the game? Fabulous.
Oh, great. Yeah, death from above now.
It's very interesting because I've been thinking forever about, you know, basically how books are going to evolve over time. And when I use the word book, by the way, I'm using it metaphorically. Not the object, but the vehicle that humans use to move heavy ideas around, big ideas around. And that vehicle's shifting from page to screen.
Whoa.
When I started in this 25 years ago, the only really technology we had that was interesting were interactive video discs. So I went to MIT, I remember in 1981, and saw the movie manual where they had text on a screen and a little window with video on it. And you touched that window and you got a little movie. So you had a book basically with an animated illustration instead of just a static illustration. So for me at that moment, the future of the book was just like a regular book in terms of that it was a frozen object where the content wasn't mutable, but it had, you know, rich media, audio and video in it. But the much more significant issue about the book of the future is that it'll be networked and that it won't be frozen. They'll change over time quite rapidly.
Can you make that jump? It's maybe a little far for you. Can you do that?
So I want to do it as a running start.
Whoa! Yeah, pretty good.
I'm with you.
Excuse me. So books no longer frozen in time.
So I started a thought experiment, like imagine the Communist Manifesto written today, and then fast forward the same 150 years since it was written. You would have not just the 50-page essay, you'd have the comments of millions of people who would not only say yay or nay about various points, but they'd make links to other arguments, et cetera, et cetera. Every few years the authors, Marx and Engels might come around and they might actually look at everything everybody had said and reissue, a new version, so that after 150 years you have a corpus that's literally millions of pages. So the problem becomes, how does an editor make navigating through such a large data space useful? But I'm sitting here watching this and realizing now that there's a third component. One component is rich media, another component is that it's networked and it's not frozen. And the third component, for me, it really comes directly out of, Muriel Cooper's work? Muriel was the first person who really sort of tried to give a clear example of what it would be like to navigate in three-dimensional data space.
Ah, shit, what now?
I never thought of games this way until I was sitting here, and I'm realizing, it's going to be fabulous.
It is.
To be able to walk around inside of a book this way is going to be brilliant. Especially if you can shoot the people who you don't like.
Funny you should mention that, though, but walking inside a book would be a totally different experience from reading, I guess. I mean, writers would have to adapt their technique to allow for multiple entry points to the text, multiple points of view, literally. Sorry, one second, I just have to take care of this. Introducing the sword rocket jump. And that is how it's done. Bob, you want to come on down? You can just jump.
What did I just do? Is this on another planet, another universe, or are we?
Yeah, planet of the noobs, apparently.
Peopled by things like this, or humans?
We're humans, just in big suits.
Are we girls and boys, or are we all boys here?
There are girls here too. I was in a game the other night with someone named Evil Lesbian. She destroyed me.
Do we have sex here?
Well, gamers have this thing that they do. It's sort of an approximation.
And can we get up on that ledge out there?
We could try to glitch our way up there.
But it requires glitching. Is that a verb yet?
Yep.
I didn't bring my bathing suit. What's causing me to shake?
Someone else joined the game. They're shooting at us.
Huh.
You can't taunt Bob Stein with violence. Bob is above that.
Oh no, I'm not. Oh no, I'm not at all. Oh, I'm dead now.
When he respawns, he's gonna come back here and kick your ass. Oh, you must be from that really bad AIM clan.